folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It. That was a hard hey, right? And Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about Magic the Gathering Deckmaster boxes foils. And I got one of these Deckmaster boxes here. It is very easy to damage these, so even though I am very careful with this, it has some scratches and it has a magnet that normally doesn't belong to it because a friend of mine gave it to me. Do you suck at anything or just at playing cards? And that's on this Deckmaster box for years. But I want to talk about the foils of the Deckmaster box. And yes, oh yeah, I forgot. Not to show off, but I keep my signed Antiquities boosters by Richard Garfield and Peter Atkinson in here, so they are not exposed to sunlight and the signatures are actually being preserved. But I recently got the message from one of my Patreons asking me about Deckmaster cards, and I sent them the video I made about it, about this box, where I look at the box in detail and all these things here, and I will link to the video at the end of this video, so you can check it out if you want. It's really nice. I think these boxes are fantastic. For the dice collectors here, the Deckmaster box dice have D's on them, no giggedies. And I personally am always and was always fascinated. I am fascinated by, yeah, you see the logo here, by the foils, because they are kind of old school foils. Jokulhaups here with Rare, Incinerate, I really like that one. And these old school foils, I should not forget to breathe today. I'm very enthusiastic, as you can hear. These old school foils are really awesome. In my box, there were actually two Incinerates. I normally should have had only one. And the Lurgorf and Lurgorf. Lurgorf, right? That's how you pronounce it. There must have been a mistake because I opened the box when it was still sealed. And I had one of the foils twice, and that was the Incinerate. And now I bought a third one. That's what I want to talk about today. I bought a couple of these Deckmaster foils, and I think the Incinerate looks fantastic, and I definitely want to get the playset, and I actually more or less already have a playset because I got one of these sealed in the almighty attic where all my, collectible stuff is stored, and this sealed one I probably won't open, but now I got three ready to go into a deck. The Lurgorf here as well. Look at those foils. They look fantastic, and it's very sunny here today, so they come out bright and shiny as they should. I love these cards. What are these cards worth? Is this worth something? How rare is this box? That is the big question. I couldn't find anything online, and I remember back in the day I only got this one because I worked for a Benelux distributor and organizer of tournaments and card games in general. And we had this in the office, and it was sitting on a shelf for years. And I asked the boss at a certain point, are you doing anything with this, or can I have it? And they were like, yeah, sure, take it along, nobody cares. So I took it home, and I am very happy with it because I hadn't seen it anywhere, and I haven't been playing for a while. So let's add the Lurgorf, and Lurgorf is a difficult word for me. Let's add the Lurgorf to this box here, to the Deckmaster deck box. So we got everything in one place. These are all my Deckmaster cards, except for the box in the attic, of course, the sealed one. But I took it home, and that was like in 2004, I think, and it came out in 2001. So it had been sitting on that shelf for a couple of years. And I had a look at it, and I opened it because back in the day we just opened everything. I also, by the way, bought an IC Manipulator, and we're going to put that in the other deck. Because that other deck contains two foils as well. Normally there should be two foils in here, and I was lucky I had two Incinerates, and now I got a couple of more foils. You will see the fourth foil of the set when I have a look. That's very tight. Let's see if we can find one that is not as tight. And again, no giggities here. No giggities today. So I was looking, and we opened it. We opened everything back in the day, and I opened this one, and I was looking around, and we didn't really have a lot of info on the internet, so I couldn't find a lot. And at a certain point nowadays, of course, I know that this was made as a tribute of a match that Garfield played against Finkel, and Finkel is the first world champion. I know that Finkel won 2-0 because Garfield didn't know about some rules that had changed. First match might have been almost a draw, but Garfield lost. A draw, almost in the favor of Garfield, but he lost it eventually because of some mistakes. And the second match, I think, wasn't even close. Yes, I had actually double sleeved these because the Necro was and is, I think, a very expensive card. And the IC is not that expensive. So for these three cards, because I didn't buy the Necro, I could have bought a Necro, but that was like $80 or something. And that was not in good condition. But for the IC, the Incinerate, and the Lurgorf, I paid about $4 or something. So that is just to give you a perspective. And I am going to actively seek out these kind of cards. If I order something somewhere and I see they also have like Deckmaster cards, especially foils, in their inventory, I just might add them to the order. I think, let's put everything back in here. I think you can't really go wrong. If I want to have 4 Incinerates for a deck anyway, so that's cool. But in general, I think you can't go wrong because these cards are very rare, in my opinion. I couldn't find any info of how many of these boxes are out there. I couldn't find any info of the print run in general of these cards. And if you look at stuff like Portal 3 Kingdom, which is enormously valuable just because of rarity, I think stuff like this has a very low print run as well. And the lands are pretty cool. The foils are very cool. But some of the cards in here are really playable if you get cool playsets of not even the foil, but the normal Incinerates. And those are, I think, 20-30 cents. How cool is it to add a playset of Deckmaster Incinerates to your deck? And how cool is it to add one? The foils are like $1 or something as well. So just add a foil playset and buy a normal one as well. And if you can find like a complete box, I think it's even more cool. But yeah, let me know if you own this in the comments, please. I'm very curious because I don't know a lot of people who actually own the complete box. I have met a couple of people and know of a couple of people who have cards, and you can find cards at online retailers because they are not that popular. But I'm wondering if they are actually really rare or not. And how big is the print run of this? Did they make like 2,000 of these boxes? Because I didn't see them anywhere back in the day. And I was actually in the scene at the time. And I was at tournaments. Did they print 5,000 boxes? 10,000? That means we got like 10,000 rares. And even like the Incinerate, we only got 10,000 of these foil Incinerates. If everybody has a playset like I do, then you already only have like 3,000 playsets out there. That's beta numbers, and I know it's different, but still. And I don't know if there's only 10,000. Maybe there's 100,000 printed, but I can't imagine because it's an expensive item. The metal box, the whole 2-die, the whole poster thing, the booklet, everything in here, 2 decks. And I think it was for sale for about like $50 or something, or $69 or whatever. I'm not sure if there are a lot of out there, but Okay, you never know. Maybe you know more. Let me know in the comments, please. I'm very curious. I'm very enthusiastic about this item, as you can hear. Have a great day, folks. It's a wonderful sunny day, as you saw here in the Netherlands again. So I'm gonna go for a walk, I think. And I hope you stay healthy. I hope you stay frosty. And I talk to you next time. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye bye.